Alrighty, welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. We're just setting up for today's event. Do us a favor, type in where you're watching us from around the world. We're in 74 different markets and growing like crazy. It's Acres of Diamonds this month. We have had people pop out right across the world as high ranks. With that in mind, this timer is designed for you to reach out to anyone you have online today to make sure they're here, and we'll be starting shortly. Alrighty, for those people who've just joined us, please type in where you're watching us from. I'm sure our speaker today will refer to that as a kick-off. With that in mind, though, some people do not speak fluent English and we're in 74 different markets. So we do have closed captions live in the Zoom room right now, which you can choose, as well as on the playback on YouTube. So have a quick listen to this.
Por favor, vaya a la parte inferior de la pantalla en Zoom o YouTube y haga clic en subtítulos para leer en español.
Kérlek, menjünk képernyő aljára, a Zoomon vagy a YouTube-on, a Closed Caption részre, és ott el tudod olvasni magyarul a feliratot.
Silakan klik di layar bawah pada Zoom atau YouTube dan klik caption untuk membaca dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Pour les sous-titres en français, veuillez cliquer au bas de votre écran Zoom ou YouTube sur CC ou Closed Captions.
Zoom または YouTube の画面の下部に移動し、字幕をクリックして日本語で読んでください。
請到屏幕底部點閱隱藏字幕以閱讀中文.
Παρακαλώ πηγαίνετε στο κάτω μέρος της οθόνης, στο Zoom ή στο YouTube και κάντε κλικ στους υπότιτλους για να τα διαβάσετε στα ελληνικά.
請到屏幕底部點擊隱藏字幕以閱讀中文.
אנא עברו לתחתית המסך בזום וביוטיוב ולחצו על תרגום לכתוביות בעברית.
Proszę zejść na dół ekranu na Zoomie lub YouTubie i kliknąć napisy, żeby przeczytać po polsku.
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weekly opportunity overview of Numi Worldwide. Love to see where everyone's logging in from in the chat. And today we're very blessed that we're actually going to hear from one of our preferred international presenters, which is Keith Chuzon, all the way from Louisiana. So over to you, Keith.
All right. Well, Michael, thank you so much. And I couldn't be more excited to be here tonight to share with the world. So this amazing opportunity of Numi and my passion, my heart for health and wellness. And Numi's bringing it, they've absolutely bringing it. And so no matter where you're dialing in from all across the world, welcome. Looks like we got people joining in tonight from Virginia and Lawton, Oklahoma, Western Australia, Eastern Australia, New Zealand, just a few yards from Australia, right? You got Florida, Indonesia, all across the world. So I couldn't be more excited. So welcome everyone. And I get to share now. Oh, a few yards. That's right. It's just a few yards. I get to share now with everyone the amazing idea, concept, and opportunity of Numi. So with no further ado, let's get the show on the road. So here we go. A lot of times folks ask when I'm just kind of throwing some things out there, who is Numi? That's a great question. Numi is pretty much set themselves in the arena as trailblazers and innovators, dedicated to revolutionizing health and wellness through cutting-edge technology called hydrostat molecular encapsulation. It's a delivery system of nutritional supplementation, one that's revolutionizing the industry on a grand scale. And so what exactly is hydrostat? It's the solution, you'll see in a minute, to the biggest problem when it comes to nutritional supplementation, and that's poor absorption rates. Studies show that up to 90% of oral supplementation or oral supplements are not fully absorbed by the body. That has a lot to do with digestive issues, the intestinal issues, and only a fraction of these nutrients actually are received into the cell where they're actually needed. Let me get this out the way here real quick. All right. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, better. getting it into the cell where it's actually needed. So hydrostat actually is a transforming health, we're transforming health with breakthrough science. It's a proprietary production process, and it actually sets us apart in delivering high quality products that embodies Numi's commitment to excellence. So the biggest key to hydrostat is the cell size, or the answer to the absorption issue is cell size. Numi's molecular ingredients are between 10 to 100 millimicrons. They're small enough to be fully absorbed by human cells. The molecules in other supplements are just too large, as you look at the little graphic below, where other competitor products, the molecular size is much larger than a cell. When it comes to the millimicron or nanometer scale size, much smaller and more easily absorbed by the human cell. Our cells only absorb the section of a molecule that they can actually touch. If you look at the graphic or the animation on the right, you can see how that's represented. Hydrostat technology actually increases the surface area so that the cell can use the entire molecule, and it does this by reducing the particle size to up to 200 times smaller than the standard size. Numi wraps their ingredients in ultra-pure water clusters for protection and instant absorption so that the supplements are absorbed before they actually make it into the stomach. That's the key, being absorbed. Water also doesn't include the potential toxicity that lipids do. You know, lipids are fats. Most of them are created by seed oils, and we know how inflammatory that could be. So you never actually need to take a break from Numi supplements because of this ultra-pure water delivery technology called hydrostat. So hydrostat technology is basically these three areas: the cell size, the surface area, and the delivery, again, by wrapping the ingredients in ultra-pure water clusters. That's the three key differences. Now that we're able to get the product to the cell, which is most important, it's about getting it into the cell, not just getting it to the cell. That's a difference you'll see. Bioavailability versus cellular utilization. It's a huge difference and a game changer. We're going to talk about the flagship ingredient that Numi has brought to market, and that's the power of glutathione. Glutathione, for those of you who don't know, is the master antioxidant. I call it the mother of all antioxidants. It is the protector and detoxifier of the cell. It's the key to life, health, performance, protection, and longevity of every human cell. Glutathione also can recycle itself to increase the effectiveness of other antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin A, superoxide dismutase, catalase. There's a whole bunch of them, but glutathione is the master of all of them. It's one of the most studied molecules in all of human history. This says 188,000 studies on PubMed. There's actually now over 190,000. Now, when you compare that to vitamin C, which is the second to that one, about 78,000, it's easy to see how much more studied it is, which makes it the most one. Now, why is it drawing so much attention? Because it's that important, right? At least that's the assumption I come to. If it wasn't that important, then you wouldn't have over 190,000 published studies on PubMed. So what are doctors having to say about glutathione? You ever heard the guy, Dr. Mehmet Oz? He calls it the most powerful antioxidant that you've never heard of. In fact, he says it's one of the keys to fighting off the diseases you fear the most. Now write it down. He says glutathione because it's critically important. Then you got Dr. David Katz. He's the director of Yale University's Prevention Research Center. He says if you're chronically run down, chronically fatigued, if your body just doesn't seem to be fighting on all cylinders, low glutathione may be part of it, both cause and effect. To me, that sounds pretty critical, right? So glutathione in your body as you age. You see, every single one of us, we produce an abundance of glutathione, at least till we hit our around the early 20s. If you look at that graphic on the right, it'll kind of highlight that. So your glutathione levels actually decrease the longer you're alive. For someone like me, I'm 62 this year. My body's producing about half of what it did back when I was in my early 20s. And the reason for that is all the continuous attacks on your cells, the invasions of toxins, heavy metals, and exposure of radiation and free radicals damage. These things combined actually expedites the aging process, and none of us can escape it. It's in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the things, all the chemicals we use in our home, the 5G networks, the Wi-Fi networks and the 5G towers. It's just a big toxic soup that we're all living in, so we cannot get away from it. That's brings to the point the more need to supplement with a nutrient like glutathione. So what are the benefits? Higher glutathione levels associated with an extensive number of health, performance, and anti-aging benefits. Here's the signs of low glutathione: weakened immune system, physical and mental fatigue, muscle weakness and aches, inflammation, premature aging and disease, dull or dry skin, gray hair or balding, brain fog, headaches, digestive issues, allergies, weight gain. So if you're looking at that list and you're thinking, oh, well, I'm dealing with that, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, could be a sign of low intracellular glutathione that you're dealing with, right? Here's some signs of high intracellular glutathione. Your immune system's function operating better. You have sustained mental and physical energy. You're experiencing optimal athletic performance. Inflammation is in check. Delayed aging, not susceptible to as many diseases and health crises, right? Healthy and radiant looking skin. Decreased graying or balding on the top of the head, right? Balanced digestion. You're feeling good after you've eaten, not bloated or uncomfortable. Reduced allergic reactions, and your weight's in check, right? All these things, if you're experiencing that, your glutathione levels could be optimal. If you're not, hence the need to potentially supplement with an amazing nutrient called glutathione. So let's take a look at our Hydrostat product breakdown. Just a quick FDA disclaimer. Any of the statements that you're hearing today, or you might read, otherwise, then none of them have been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. We're not here to, with the intention of trying to diagnose, treat, prevent, cure any type of disease. That's not what this is about. Numi's products are not pharmaceuticals, they're nutraceuticals and supplements. So let's go forward. Here's the problem. Glutathione, we mentioned earlier, decreases with age and environment. You know, the chemical toxicities from the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, those things, leaving no practical way to get it into the cell. That's the problem. The solution is NutraSwish. Using Numi's proprietary Hydrostat technology, we've nanosized. When I say nanosized, I'm talking the particle size in the nanometer range. I'm not talking about any type of crazy technology. Simply particle size. We've reduced the particle size sub-nanometer range of glutathione, L-cysteine, which is one of the 3 amino acids that makes up glutathione, curcumin, and other key nutrients to become bioavailable and immediately utilized by the cell within seconds. 30 seconds into the bloodstream, 70 seconds into the cell. All you do is swish, like mouthwash, or just hold it. It gets through the mucosa, gets into the bloodstream, into the cell, and you get the experience, these benefits: a boost in your immune system, better joint support, clean and sustained energy, rapid recovery. You'll see some testimonies in a few minutes. Absolutely remarkable what NutraSwish has brought to the market. Another problem that we experience is in a world of skincare. Rarely does it ever get past the first layer of skin, resulting in a need for multiple products. I can remember I've been with my wife since we're both 16. That's just a couple of years ago, right? About 46 to be exact, I think. So it's been a minute. And ever since I met her, it's cleanse, tone, moisturize, right? Multiple steps, multiple products. Skincare is also complex, ineffective, and expensive, often containing harmful ingredients. Man, with all the PFAS and forever chemicals that are loaded in these skincare products, and we're just dumping them on, and wonder why we don't seem to get any better, right? That's the problem. Here's the solution: Numi Skin. Using, once again, Numi's proprietary Hydrostat technology, they've nanosized glutathione, hyaluronic acid, curcumin, collagen, and more, so that you can nourish your skin at its deepest level. Now, this wasn't something that was completely by chance. Marina Pareto, who actually owns a company called Skinfluence, one of the top cosmetologists in the entire world, happened to mention, if you're able to nanosize things like glutathione and L-cysteine, if you could figure out how to do the same thing with collagen and hyaluronic acid, you just might have the world's best skincare. And that's exactly what they did. And here's the results. Helps to reduce the pore size, smooths out the skin texture, lifts and firms, brightens, evens, and the skin tone, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, fights skin aging pollutants. Absolutely remarkable. Once again, you're going to see some amazing testimony. Another problem in the marketplace is to find a clean solution for energy and focus. The world's full of these different energy drinks and energy pills and energy shots. They're all over the place. Very horrible for when it comes to the health and wellness, the things that these things do. So a clean solution is what the problem is. It's missing in the marketplace. People often try to resolve those, like with low energy and lack of focus, with all those harmful stimulants. It's a never-ending battle that people are faced with. Here's the solution. Only currently available in select markets, not quite globally, but it's coming. Our Hydrostat, once again, is used in a neuro product, a nano delivery system to maximize absorption and effectiveness of these following ingredients: arginine, magnesium gluconate, L-theanine, a little bit of caffeine, and other key nutrients. Here are the benefits: enhanced memory, improved mood, increased focus, rapid energy, heightened cognitive performance. And if you could turn that little orange bottle just a little bit, you're going to see the American Brain Council stamp of approval right there on that bottle. Absolutely remarkable solution for that particular issue that's currently in the marketplace. And one final problem we're going to address tonight is these endocrine disrupting chemicals. They're everywhere. Once again, air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the chemicals that we put on, the cosmetics, the hair products, everything we put on us. This is what's causing the disruption in the hormonal balance that women have to face on a daily basis, right? So here's the solution. Hers, again, available only in selected markets, but we're working on solutions to bring this globally. Every woman knows about the inconvenience that cycles and hormone changes can bring into life. Experience rapid results through our Hydrostat, once again, Hydrostat technology. Our every ingredient in the botanical formula was carefully selected to create a well-rounded blend of benefits. With this product, with hers, every woman can flourish. Helps to alleviate bloating, cramps, and PMS. Can you imagine eliminating or alleviating PMS, right? Supports healthy hormone function. That's a benefit for everybody, right? Helps with hot flashes and night sweats, enhances mood and overall well-being. They say a happy wife, a happy life. All I got to say, we get all this stuff in check. The women are happy, the men are happy. So that's a great solution, right, to a serious problem. So here's some feedback. These are the testimonials I was telling you about. Lachlan from Melbourne, Australia, 24-year-old powerlifting athlete, personal trainer, and gym manager. He says in week 3, training recovery has been amazing, coming into each session fresh, no soreness from his previous weekly sessions, already hitting his personal best months out from his next competition. Week 4, using Swish around his training as well as post-training sessions, even more personal bests on his lifts, including hitting 270 kilograms for 2 reps deadlift for the first time ever. That's just 4 weeks into using the NutraSwish. Absolutely amazing. We have Danae from Louisiana, 35-year-old now, homeschooling mom of 3. As soon as she started using NutraSwish on day 1, she immediately found that she had way more energy. Now, this is the NutraSwish first. Also, prior to using the Hers product, which is the hormonal balance, every month she says she would have mood swings, bloating, breast tenderness, all the things, right? However, since she's been using the Hers, she found that she doesn't have any of the PMS symptoms at all. Now we got Greg from Christchurch, New Zealand, 58 years old, self-employed pool construction. I've been into competitive mountain bike racing for most of my adult life, he says. In his 20s, after doing half-day events, I would have nothing left in the tank. Done, spent. Now at 58, and with NutraSwish, I'm able to go out and do multiple days of riding with energy to spare. Plus, I find I have good mental clarity, hardly any muscle soreness, and wave fast recovery. We got Jeannie from Hawaii. She's a 55-year-old natural health and skincare specialist. Absolutely remarkable testimonial. She says, wow, Neuro is a noticeable cognitive, focus, clarity, memory, and energy boosting, stuff done swish that shall never, ever go a day without. Anyone that knows me, she says, know I have a severe attention span and memory deficit. So this is over and above the incredible benefits from NutraSwish, which has also helped me with those things. And this is me, Keith, now 62-year-old from Louisiana. Suffered for almost a year with severe discomfort in my neck and my shoulder from an injury I sustained. In just 48 hours after using the NutraSwish for the very first time, I woke up in the morning and realized I'd slept all night long. And that was the first time in almost a year. I actually sat on the edge of my bed and wept because I was so excited that I got a full night's sleep. Eventually was able to completely, I was completely without discomfort, was able to return back to my body weight exercises. Today, honestly, I feel stronger than I've ever felt. Even in my younger years when I was in high school doing sports in the gym every day and my 10 years in the military. Here's some skin transformations with the Numi Skin. Elaine from South Australia, 4 weeks, absolutely remarkable. Look at the before and after. She says she swears she didn't lose any weight during the 30 days period she used the product, but look at the impact in reducing the puffiness and the redness around her face. It looks like she actually lost some weight. Pretty amazing. We got Linda from Indonesia, before and after. Again, 17 days. Absolutely remarkable. Now we got this. This is a woman from Nigeria. She's in her 80s. She sprayed her face with Numi Skin 3 to 4 times each day for 4 weeks. Again, look at the evening of the skin tone. Brighter, tighter. Absolutely amazing. Now we got Donna from Texas. You can notice around the top of her lips and her neck. Look how much more smoother it is and brighter, tighter. That's 8 weeks. Sherry from Indiana, 6 years. This is her before and after. She's actually the poster child for her Numi Skin. Remarkable, remarkable transformation. So you can learn more about the Numi products and see more testimonials on Numi's website called Numi New You. It's our official testimonial page. Just simply go to Numi New You, request to join, and just answer the question who invited you, and you'll be let in. And you definitely want to get in there because there's a lot more testimonials than what you just seen tonight. So Numi's vision. Stephen Scott is the founder, a true visionary. He spent his whole life searching for breakthrough products, purchasing the rights to those products and marketing them on TV. Over the years, he generated over $4 billion in revenue. That's huge. He was actually ready to retire until he found what he called the biggest breakthrough of his entire life, which is why he launched Numi, this company, to share this technology, Hydrostat, with the world. We have Aaron Renard, amazing, amazing heart-filled gentleman, president and CEO of this movement. He says his aim is to ensure that Numi is the most field-driven and responsive company within the industry. And I've been knowing him for 3 years. That's how long I've been with Numi, and he's definitely kept that promise. We have a science and medical advisory board. This is the biggest thing that keeps me focused with Numi. There's no way you can gather an accumulation of these minds, some of the highest credentialed professionals in the medical industry, right, that come together and serve on Numi's medical advisory board for free. They're not paid to be here. They're here because this technology is truly breakthrough. And just my thinking, my way of looking at things, there's no way these folks will put their credibility on the line or waste their time on something that's not revolutionary and breakthrough and truly makes a difference in the lives of people. The execution. Why Numi decided on this type of business model. Our field-based approach, we empower our teams and partners to drive meaningful impact grounded in unwavering principles of integrity, transparency, and customer focus. Together, we are shaping a healthier future, one innovation at a time. In the home-based business arena, in 2021, 186 billion in sales. That's up 3.3% over the year since 2020. 128 million people have gotten involved in this industry, and it's growing fast. Continues to accelerate at an amazing pace. Numi is now open in over 72 countries. We have revolutionary business tools, over 200,000 members worldwide. Again, like Aaron mentioned, that field-driven philosophy, unparalleled compensation plan, and free membership with perks. Here's the opportunity. You got a huge return on investment, right? Residual income, and you can build yourself a legacy asset. Just a quick income disclosure statement. You know, we don't make no guarantees of any type of particular income. Want to refer everybody to Numi's compensation plan for all the complete details. Earnings are seriously based on each individual's effort, their commitment to growing their business, sales skills, which everybody should always want to hone those, and current market conditions, no matter where you're at in the world. You know, we're in Israel. They're going through some trials right now, but we're still moving and still growing businesses in Israel. So it just depends on what's going on in your particular market conditions. Numi doesn't guarantee any specific income or success. All they do is guarantee the opportunity. Compensation plan is unmatched, in my opinion. Pays out well over 50% in revenue to the field. There's a weekly bucket of income, and there's also a monthly bucket of income. In the weekly, up to 43% payout. And here's how that works out. You as a direct sponsor will earn 25% on all initial orders from new enrollments as far as customers go, and 25% on all customer orders for the life of the customer, right? And then on 6 other levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you at 3% is actually paid out on those levels. You add those up, comes up to 43%. That's weekly. Then there's a monthly commission bucket. In the monthly, there's an amazing bonus called the Power of 3. You simply bring on 3 people who remain commission active, and that's very simple to do. Just $100 a month in product, which is 2 products, a Neuro, a NutraSwish, 2 Neuro, 2 NutraSwish, NutraSwish and a Numi Skin, a Hers and a Neuro. You can mix and match however you want. Just 2 bottles of product keeps you commission active. Bring on 3 people to do that same thing, and you earn a $50 Power 3 level 1 bonus. Help those 3 people do the exact same thing that you just did. They each bring in 3. That 2 bottles a month, that's your level 2 Power 3 bonus. Now it's $250 instead of $50. And then you help those 9 people on level 2 do the exact same thing. Brings on another 27 on your 3rd level. All doing just purchasing 2 bottles to stay commission active as a member, and you earn a $1,500 Power 3 bonus. Absolutely remarkable, unheard of in the industry as far as I'm concerned. And then we go on to a monthly global bonus pool. This is absolutely amazing. As quick as a 2-star with only 10,000 in volume, you get to share in 1% of the total global volume that Numi does. As a 3-star, it's another 1%. Then you see diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, and crown. Those are all another 1% pools. Here's the cool thing is as you rank up, you don't miss out on what you were getting as a 2-star. When you hit 3-star, you get a share in both of those 1% pools. All the way up to crown. When you hit crown, you get a share in all 6 of those 1% pools. Absolutely remarkable. They are accumulative, not replacing. And then there's the 7-level unit level. Just as a member for signing up, for joining, and doing your 100 a month in volume, you get to participate in the first 3 levels at 7% on each level. As a senior member, as simply ranking up to the first rank, you get 4 levels of commission. As a 1-star, you get 5. As a 2-star, you get 6. And then as a 3-star, that's the first one that requires some rank structure. 20,000 in volume, you get paid on all 7 levels with 2 1-star legs. A diamond, 3 1-star legs. Again, you're still paid on all 7 levels, all the way through crown, where once you hit crown, you get paid an additional percentage point on your 7th level. It's an absolute remarkable compensation plan. And then they got some, what they call infinity, you know, because when you're talking about a unit level, what happens to everything below your 7th level? Well, now as a leader in the industry, in the company, you get to share on what they call infinity bonus. As a diamond, that'll cap out at $2,500 a month. As a double diamond, it's $5,000. Triple diamond, $10,000. Crown, $15,000. Now, this is all above and beyond your weekly commissions, your unit level commissions, your Power 3 bonus, and your 6 global bonus pools that you get to participate in. Again, remarkable compensation plan. All right, so support and next steps. We have resources through training videos, business planning tools, different marketing assets like PDFs and videos. There's a free Numi app that is absolutely remarkable, and company-sponsored Facebook groups. We have weekly calls like this one tonight. On Wednesday nights is a members' night call. We have corporate calls. We have Steve Scott himself does a personal technology call on Thursday nights. Absolutely remarkable what Numi has put together for the field. So the biggest question is, where are you at tonight watching and learning more about the Numi opportunity? You basically have 3 key options. Number 1, you're ready to get started. Number 2, you just want to try the product. Or number 3, you need some more information. Either way, get back with the person that invited you here tonight to take a look at the information and get the knowledge. Get your questions answered, but most importantly, get this hydrostat technology inside your body, because like me, I know your life. It's about to change. Y'all have a great one.